Stories with the Brummster, real rock stories from the fans' perspective. Welcome back to the show. We've got an amazing broadcast for you today. By the way, check us out at the Rock Stories with the Brummster YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. Also, do you have favorite rock memories, rock stories from the fans' perspective? Reach out to me at rockstorieswiththebrumster@gmail.com. That's rockstorieswiththebrumster, that's two M's, at gmail.com. Welcome to the show. Greg Thomason is a friend of the Brummster. He's on the program here today. My good rock and roll buddy Neil Glotzer introduced us. And Greg, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself. You're from Visalia, California, right? You mentioned a little bit earlier that you're from Mount Whitney.
Mount Whitney High School, class of 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
So maybe quick little introduction. Greg is a fan of rock and roll, but he had some upfront, close and personal experiences that most of us might not have ever even dreamed of having. Some of them crazy good, some of them crazy bad.
Some of them I don't even want to talk about.
But Greg, kind of let our listeners know how you go from being someone at here in Visalia. You're not going into the ag business.
No.
You went into the music business. Talk a little bit about that.
I went up to Aspen, Colorado, and it was a waiter at a breakfast restaurant, and in walked Fleetwood Mac. And Lindsay was Lindsay Buckingham was just a really nice, sweet guy, and Alan, just all kinds of the producers and stuff. And we just had a real good meeting over me serving them breakfast and stuff.
So you were working in Aspen?
Yeah, at a breakfast restaurant.
And you were, so you were serving?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
And they all were just so friendly and stuff. So after breakfast, they went on the back porch and we all smoked a joint together, and we all became instant friends. And we went up and I taught them how to ski and stuff. And they said, "Why don't you quit this job and come on the road with us?" So I was with Fleetwood Mac for about 22 years. I lived with Mick Fleetwood for 22 years. I've been everywhere in the world 4 times, and I smoked a little too much pot to where I can't remember the difference.
It's interesting. You're from Visalia. You're now working over in Aspen, Colorado.
Yeah.
And you're serving, and you're probably skiing and hanging out and all that. And here comes in Mick Fleetwood and his group.
Yeah.
And you end up going out on the patio and smoking a hooter with them. And then next thing you know, they're like, "Hey, why don't you just quit this job and come on the road with us, man?" Like, talk about, like, that doesn't happen. You don't go and you're serving at Applebee's and then suddenly you're on the road with a great band. That's a trip.
I know, but we would, after skiing, we would go back to the condo and watch Andy and Mayberry and stuff. They were just normal, nice people.
Yes.
It was just so incredible.
So your friendship, really, you had no designs on, I'm a fan of Fleetwood Mac and I want to go tour with them. This kind of chased you down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You didn't try to make anything happen. You were just being...
Not at all.
You were being real people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he gave me the position I got. Mm-hmm. And it just... We became good buddies before we became anything else.
Right.
And just good friends. And they think with their hearts. I mean, they're just such beautiful people. And anyway, we just toured the world, and I was in the studio when they did Rumors and all kinds of good albums, and Tusk, and I can't remember some of the things.
Rumors, that album could be a greatest hits album.
Yeah,
itself.
It is unbelievable. I think that sold more than anything up to that point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rumors, during that time, that's when a lot of the fighting, the drama, according to the public record, is going on behind the scenes. Stevie and Lindsay are kind of pulling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of, I don't want to say what problems, more publicly known. There's a lot of drama going on at that time, a lot of tension.
Yes.
And yet, out of this tension, probably one of the greatest albums of all time is made.
Yep.
Is that an artist thing? Or, I mean, I guess we see that in sports too sometimes with sports teams.
I don't know, but we rent the studio, it'd be over $1,000 a day, and Stevie and Lindsay would not go to the studio the same day because they wouldn't want to be around each other.
Yeah.
They were just breaking up.
So they had to record on different days.
Yeah, and they'd sing on each other's songs and stuff without either one being in the same studio at the same time.
All that tension, and we get such a great outcome. How is that possible, right?
That's a gift from God, huh?
Yes.
It is amazing.
Wow.
And also the producers were just really good too. But anyway, we just got together and toured the world, and we always flew in a nice airplane, and the road crew would be in buses and stuff, and we would just go everywhere where we would have certain people on certain floors and other people on other floors.
Now, what was your job again for them?
Basically head of security and assistant tour manager, head babysitter.
Yeah, is that really what it? Because was there really any security situations along the way that you had to deal with?
Yeah, but I hired karate experts from Australia that owned karate schools, and they were 18th degree karate.
Oh, you didn't want to mess around with them.
Oh, no. And these guys were such handsome, buff dudes that you would, I mean, one of them could beat up 4 Samoans, you know. I mean, they were that kind of awesome dudes to where. Anyway, they were just really sweet people, though.
Yeah.
And there was never a problem with fighting or anything like that. I'm not saying that.
But you brought them on board. Basically, you were their boss or their manager.
Yeah.
And so you ran security, but you yourself didn't get physical or anything. It was from a business standpoint.
Yes.
You brought in the right pieces that could protect these people.
Yeah. But you know what? Neither did they. There wasn't ever any fighting or anything going on backstage or anything like that. It was just always very comfortable and very professional.
Mm-hmm.
And we, like going back to hotels and stuff, we always have security there and stuff. So it was like when we go to a hotel, we would rent the whole floor.
Yes.
So we wouldn't allow people to get off the elevator on that floor and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of crazy fans back then, right? Like people who just like idolized and worshipped. And now we're talking about, I mean, this is within the same era when in 1980, was it in 1980 that John Lennon was killed? And like, so there are crazy fans out there all over.
Oh, you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful.
What a job.
It was
to go from serving breakfast to head of security.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was enjoyable. It gave you a lot more to think about.
Right.
So anyway, I did that with them for about 24 years.
Wow.
And then I did 3 albums and 3 world tours with Stevie Nicks. And then I did an album and a tour with Joe Walsh. And then I did an album and a tour with the Eagles. So
Oh my gosh.
So I've been around campus.
So we're not talking just Fleetwood Mac here. See, that's when I researched your story with Neil. I heard the Fleetwood Mac part. Wow. So the Eagles.
Yeah.
As
Joe
well.
Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
And Stevie Nicks.
And Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks. Wow.
And my wife was the makeup artist for all those groups.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks, my mom, she mentioned to me that Stevie Nicks, there was an English professor somewhere that made their final based around songwriting of Stevie Nicks because of what a great writer she was.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
She would say, I'm going to go write a song, and go up to her room and come down the next morning for breakfast and have all the words to Landslide written down. I mean, she would come up with things like, it would take her 30 minutes to come up with a beautiful song. It's just, I mean, she had it up here.
Right.
But keeping it...
It's almost like she downloaded it almost.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how good of how brilliant of a person she was in the way of writing.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful.
Now, we want to let everybody know we're going to talk about some crazy stuff that happened in those days. It's describing the history of it, but there's a good end to this story. And 26 years sober,
Yes, sir.
if I may say.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome. But definitely there were a lot of crazy stories, and we're going to go into some of those crazy stories here in a moment. But definitely let's jump right to the end, which is the victory, which is, you escaped all of the negative part of all that. And you're living one day at a time, enjoying this great world that God gave you, this life God gave you.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier that a lot of your friends, they made it through, but Christy did not.
No, she didn't.
Now, she had cancer, right? Correct?
No, she just...
Forgive me,
She drank
okay.
too much.
That was her issue?
Yeah, and I mean, she would drink 3 bottles of Dom Perignon a day.
Right.
I mean, that's at $100 a bottle. That's an expensive habit.
Right.
Along with the powder she put up her nose. But anyway, she was just, and her boyfriend was Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't know whether it was day or night. They would be so high.
You never knew.
It was embarrassing and scary.
Yeah.
And I watched her go through that, and I don't know, but she might have died of something else, but I think it was a slow death, and she just drowned herself with alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. And you hung out with all of these folks.
Yeah,
on a regular basis, up close and personal.
I lived with Mick Fleetwood for over 20 years, and Mick's wife's sister, Jenny, and Patty was married to George Harrison of the Beatles.
Yes.
So they'd always come over. George and his wife would come over for Christmas, and in the summertime they'd spend about a week getting a suntan laying out by the pool. Mm-hmm. And I'd sit there with Paul McCartney and George Harrison. It was unbelievable.
Oh my God! So how did that happen? Like just because of the friendships of the wives and so that just brought the families together.
Yes.
And you're living there for 20 years.
Yeah.
And so here it is, Christmas or whatever, and there they are. And you're like part of the family.
And they just show up and shook my hand. Put their arm around me, and we'd have breakfast together and stuff, and it was just really good, close, fun things.
And we're not talking fame. Fame did not overwhelm them, right? Fame was not something that was to be talked about, really. Everybody was we're all normal people here.
Right.
How cool.
Isn't that nice?
Just to escape it, because it must be a nightmare to have everybody in the world, like, practically worshiping you and not even knowing you.
And Mick said, a couple weeks after that, they came over. He says, I got some friends coming over. They want to swim again. Could you be their lifeguard? And I said, well, sure, Mick. It was the Rolling Stones.
Whoa!
I got to swim with Keith Richards, Ronnie Woods, and Mick Jagger. And I'm telling you, they were just, I mean, you know, you think of Keith Richards as having a hook in his arm and doing heroin all the time. They were just nice, polite gentlemen.
Yes.
They were really kind of cool, you know.
Did it trip you out? You're an American and everybody's British.
Oh yeah.
Like just the way they talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that
I'd have to concentrate every time I asked.
What the hell did he just say?
Why did you say that? Yeah.
That happens to me all the time. I'll put on British TV or a show where they're all speaking in, you know, British English, and I have to put on the captions because I'm deaf anyway. But I have to put on those. I never really got to see Monty Python because I can't understand what the hell they're saying.
That's the same with me and Monty Python. I have to turn down from 8 to 15, you know, and focus. God, it's worth it. The Monty Python is the greatest comedians there are, I think.
I gotta tell you, they just they don't make comedy like they used to.
No.
Every bit of comedy these days is so political, or it's nasty immediately and straight to the vulgar and all of that. Yet that old humor, I won't call it old because it's not that old really, but that humor of Monty Python in that era was more about wit.
Yeah.
It was more like, damn, that's funny.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Or even, oh, wow, that's so stupid, it's funny.
Yeah.
Right?
And we still laugh our butts off at it, you know? It was great. I loved it.
So, just kind of going back, you're in his house, Mick Fleetwood, for 20 years.
Yeah.
Do you have a room there or your own kind of mother-in-law quarters or something like that?
I got a room with a fireplace, its own bathroom and shower. It's right by the kitchen, so we always had a cook there making me food and stuff. So, God, I loved it.
Oh my God, you had your own chef.
Yeah.
In-house chef.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then I married the makeup artist, and we had a house in Manhattan Beach, and then she left me because I was stupid, and anyway, I just had to start all over again, you know?
Yes.
It's just a kind of achy thing. Without rock and roll and somebody to cook my food and stuff, I just had to start from the bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of scrambled eggs and bacon, I'd have a piece of toast and a cup of coffee. Yeah.
So at that point in time, how long did you live with him?
I lived over 20 years with Mick
him.
Fleetwood. Yeah.
And then during that time, is that where you developed friendships with Joe Walsh or how did that come about?
No, well, Joe was friends with Stevie Nicks, and then I did 3 albums of Stevie Nicks, and then he come down the studio while she was mixing her sounds, and that's how I met him.
Pretty cool dude.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah. And
he's got a head on his shoulders, and he's kind of politically involved and stuff, and he was just really interesting to talk to. He's a fun person to be around.
Right on.
I think he's got 31 years of sobriety now himself.
Yes.
But Joe was a real good guy. Is a real good guy.
Yes. At Mick Fleetwood, he's tall, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a tall guy?
He's about 6'7".
Okay, so he's just a hair taller than I am then. A little bit. I'm about 6'6", roughly.
Yeah.
So he's a tall dude.
Yeah, he is very tall.
Yeah, on them drums, man. So did they have a studio at the house, or did you guys always go down to a studio?
Mick always had a studio at his home, and we'd have people come over and play and stuff, and we'd like I remember Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young. They'd come over.
Oh yeah.
And then one time we had the Rolling Stones came over, and just all kinds of different people and stuff. It just really loved to jam, you know.
And they would just get together. Hey, let's play.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Tom Petty. Or you ever meet Tom Petty?
Oh, a lot of times. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Stevie did a few songs with Tom.
Yeah, and I always remember seeing of course, it's just me as a fan watching the show, not living,
Yeah.
there in the building with them like you were. How cool. How awesome, man. Greg Thomason with us today. He was head of security and lived with Fleetwood Mac. Mick Fleetwood for 20 years, and then also on the road with Stevie Nicks, Joe Walsh, the Eagles. Lots of great experiences over the years, traveling all over the world, 4 different countries. Just what an amazing life. 26 years sober now, and just living to tell the tale, man. Hear rock stories with the Brummster, real rock stories from the fans' perspective. Like, how cool is that? Tom Petty, we were talking about just now, that you've met him several times.
Yeah.
And as a fan, just watching the shows, I would see, Tom and Stevie, they had kind of a strong friendship.
Yes.
and did some songs together.
Yes.
Stop Dragging My Heart Around, and I think he gave her that or whatever, and then she gave him I Won't Back Down. I think I Won't Back Down was her. I think she wrote that song, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I don't remember.
but what a hit.
Midmont Tench, the keyboard player,
Yeah.
became a keyboard player for Stevie Nicks group, and then the guitar player, lead guitar player for Tom Petty, is now the lead guitar player for Fleetwood Mac. He took Lindsey Buckingham's place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm horrible.
Campbell?
Yeah, Mike Campbell. Thank you. There you go. 2 heads are better than one, man.
Gosh, I swear. This is why you don't smoke pot. It's going to be good for you.
Man, it's so awesome. When I see the Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks connections on the stuff that I've watched just as a fan, and tell me if this is true, she would always be like, I want to be in the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
And Tom would always be like, the Heartbreakers is a dude band, Stevie. But she really wanted to be in the Heartbreakers with them.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You talked about stuff with them beyond music, a lot of life stuff, just shit going on, normal stuff throughout the day. Just because I know they're musicians.
Small talk, but you know what? I wouldn't get into conversations with Stevie with why did you say this to Tom or something like that. It's just, she would tell me, mind your own business.
Yeah.
And she's very professional as far as that goes. But then again, in the evenings, we'd sit around and smoke a joint or have a cocktail together and just be a couple of buddies,
Yes. Yeah, as friends.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
So they didn't look like, oh, you're one of the employees. You're part of the family.
No, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
How cool is that?
That's why I loved it for 20 years,
Yeah.
Because that's why Mick let me live at his house for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a good family environment.
And outside of the family part of it, there was a lot of drug use. And you were tasked oftentimes with making sure that there was supply, correct?
Yes.
At that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
My job was to fill Heineken beer casks full of cocaine. So I was stored on stage all the time.
Just have it all ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got lots more stories, but I'd rather not talk about them.
We're lucky that everyone made it through all that. So
you betcha. You bet.
So they're clean and sober now as well.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a thing to escape. That's not easy.
That's proof there is a God.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Bringing everybody out on the other side.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite? Obviously, Mick was the one who brought you into the home for 20 years, but do you have someone out of the group of people you've discussed that you feel were your best friends during that time, that you really felt that you're tight with? Are you still tight with any of them?
No, not really. Mick Fleetwood, I talked to the other day on the phone, and he sounds like he's just getting so old that he just didn't feel like talking anymore.
Yeah.
It is sad, but we're not the old cronies we used to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, but, I don't know. I guess I don't associate with all those people anymore that much.
Right. Yeah. I have friends from 20 years ago from the radio days.
Yeah.
They're all good friends. I have them on Facebook. We say happy birthday to each other.
Great.
But we don't hang out anymore.
Yeah.
We all moved on and kind of have our own lives now. But those memories are special.
Yeah.
I look back on some of the radio days and some of my best friends I met at the radio station, and it's just what great times, you know. Yeah. And that was back, not to take it and make it my own story, but technology, I mean, we live in such a digital world now where everything is digital and smartphones and instant and, you know, virtual. Back then it was all analog. So I started in radio when you still had to, you were live. If you didn't hit a sounder with the cart and hit the song, there was dead air.
Yeah.
And your ass was fired, you know? And so, I mean, there was no automation or computers. You were the computer.
Yeah, right.
And someone had to be there manning it and having the personality and the timing. The song's coming down and there's going to be dead air. Get another song ready. Get the cart ready. Get the commercial breaks ready. And then over here, got a request and everything. And you recorded them on the phone, but you need to edit it. And so there was no digital editing back then. I busted out the razor blade and the tape and hey, the fox. And someone would come on, and it was all so much fun, fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
There was no, CapCut or Adobe. You were live,
yeah.
And you either performed or you didn't.
Yeah.
And the people back then during that time in those studios those performances live on stage that you witnessed, just even practicing amongst themselves and playing. This is a whole nother era. We're not dealing in digital. It's all analog.
Yeah.
So you're getting the real human beings, the stuff we hear, a recording of a Fleetwood Mac song on YouTube or on Pandora or whatever now, you're hearing a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
You heard the masters, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow. It's a different feel. That sound is different, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Than the digital crap. No offense, I'm grateful to be able to pull up whatever I want instantaneously.
I know the Tusk album they did digitally, but everything else is just like the old days, reel to reel and stuff like that. You
right.
know?
But his digital was from the master pressing, which was analog.
Yeah.
So it wasn't record. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to experience the real sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the feelings, the goosebumps you must have had sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a favorite song or favorite band out of all the bands and artists and songs that you played? Do you kind of have any that it comes on today, it makes you feel something at all?
Well, my favorite of all time is Pink Floyd.
Really? Tell me about it.
Well, just David Gilmour, I think, is one of the greatest guitar players in the world.
Yes.
But I just love Pink Floyd. And I love their kind of psychedelic sound. It's just not something you tap your foot to and dance to. It's just a whole vibe, you know?
Yes.
I just love that.
Yes, yes. You ever happen to meet him?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you still, in the midst of all these famous people, you still have people that you're like, I love that guy's music.
Yeah.
And that is so cool. So the fan is still in you the whole time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, when you started out and you were doing the serving and whatnot, how old were you? Not to kind of jump back.
22.
So when you met them, you were about 22 serving in Aspen,
Yeah.
Colorado, when Fleetwood Mick Fleetwood said, come on and join the band
Yeah.
on tour. So prior to that, that's, what, 4 years from you graduating Mount Whitney?
Yes.
Okay. So what got you to Colorado from here?
I thought I could be a famous snow skier.
Oh, so you love skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went up there and got the job at the restaurant so I could serve breakfast in the morning and then race down the hill every afternoon.
Very cool.
And I did that for years until I met Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
But you know what? Also, it just showed me that there was people up there skiing that could ski over 100 miles an hour. And you know what? I just didn't have the courage to do that.
Right. Kind of a death wish for
Yeah.
some of them.
Yeah.
That's-
They didn't care.
A lot of people have passed hitting trees.
Oh,
and,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sonny Bono died that way, didn't
Oh,
he?
did he? Yeah.
Yeah. Accidentally hit a tree.
Yeah.
Not to get negative, but
Yeah.
we're staying positive here. So a lot of friendships along the way,
Yeah.
and by far you were not necessarily the artist, but you were with the artist.
Yeah.
Did you ever do anything like, hey, shake a tambourine here, Greg?
No.
No.
Because now I'm not kidding. They could shake a tambourine twice as good, if not 10 times better than I could. But I would, like Mick could have Paul McCartney and George Harrison over to his house, and we'd sit down and have breakfast together, and they were just the nicest gentlemen.
Yes.
Treat me like a good buddy. But when it came to making music and stuff, they were like on a level of 1 to 10, I was a 1, they were a 10.
Right.
I mean, it was so far, like with Stevie, she could write a song, a million-selling song in 30 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean?
You just
Yeah,
suck it down.
unbelievable.
Like,
I mean, they had brains on them musically that just would make anybody else. That's why there's far and few rock stars.
now, it must be tough to be that famous, because even today, my Aunt Sue, who grew up being a Beatles nut, just complete super fan, she's now a part of this fan club for Paul McCartney called Fans on the Run. And she's also sober for, I think, 30-something years.
Wow, great.
And she's went around the world and seen Paul, I think, 130 times or something
That's
like that.
beautiful.
I'm telling you, these people are real. Like,
Yeah.
to go see the same concert 100+ times, you got to really be a fan.
Yeah.
And that fame must be tough for you. You hung out as buddies with Paul McCartney.
Yeah, but he's got a heart of gold, and I mean, he treated me like a brother or something. You know, he's just such a sweet guy. You know, I just thought
He
God,
doesn't let the fame go to his head.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, we go out swimming, And I taught him how to do the butterfly stroke and stuff. He was so impressed by that.
You taught Paul McCartney how to do the
butterfly.
Oh, wow.
But I'm saying, they're just such nice, normal people, those people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I love about some of those people that I met.
To not let fame go to your head, that means God really did something special with you.
You bet.
Yeah, because most people, when they get hot, they start thinking there's something they're not.
Oh, I know.
You have some of those experiences with some big head artists?
Jimi Hendrix.
No shit.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, he wouldn't give us the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
The whole band.
He's just too good.
He was too good and too loaded.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's his wonder drug, heroin, that got him that way. But
oh, I didn't know he did heroin.
Oh God, that's what killed him.
I thought he was doing acid and.
No, he was really loaded.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you bumped in him like on tour.
Yeah.
With Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to Bakersfield and saw him when I was in high school.
Okay.
But I'm saying he was just a rude person to us.
Really?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean he was rude at large. We don't know.
No, I don't know.
But you and your personal experience,
Yeah.
it almost seemed like you guys are beneath us for competing with
Yeah.
you. That's very interesting because the famine mentality of artists sometimes, like in the comedy world or whatever it is they're competing against each other instead of forming a community where everybody's for one another.
Yeah.
It was way more competitive maybe back then, or was it just him?
I remember Mick had a big party and all these famous people came over, all these rock stars and actors and actresses, and everybody there was just as kind and sweet as you could ever want to be. And I thought, this just shows me the world's full of good people.
Right. Right.
There's just a couple bad apples in the barrel.
And forgive me for being the host. I've got to pull out, if you're okay with it, who those folks were. And I had no idea that Jimmy, because everybody puts this false kind of cartoon caricature on someone. They're gone and they turn him into a legend, and like he's become something maybe he wasn't. He was an amazing artist.
Yeah, there's nobody can play the guitar like Jimmy.
I heard when Eric Clapton first heard Jimi Hendrix play the guitar, he was like, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
But it was really probably the drugs that caused him to be a dickhead.
And Eric was a real good friend. He married Jenny's sister, Patty.
Yeah.
And after she divorced, or after George Harrison died, she married Eric Clapton. Mm-hmm. So we'd always have Eric come over and go swimming with us and stuff at Mick's house. And he was such a kind, sweet person. But I think he was sober then, too.
I have another Rock Stories with the Brummster episode that I did with a friend of mine, Bill Bland, who was in the U.S. Marines.
Uh-huh.
And Bill told a story on that episode about how he was at this bar down in SoCal, and they had like beers from around the world or something, and so he was in there, and they would have private acts that would come in and just play this randomly, and one day out of nowhere, it was just for military people. And so someone came just to play a free show for the military people. And they didn't know who it was, and he comes in, and it was Eric Clapton. And he busted out, and he played for like an hour and a half, said thank you very much, and left. And no charge, just did it for the troops. No public recognition, like, oh, I'm going to be here, yay me. It was just all about service, just wanting to do something for the troops. And so when you talk about Eric Clapton being such a really nice person, that's a story that corroborates that, like that he just was a good dude,
Well,
right?
Alan Rogan, who took care of his guitars and was his security,
Yeah.
was my best friend on the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we go to their house in London and stuff, and he always come when they come to Los Angeles. They stay at my wife's in our house in Manhattan Beach, and they were just such sweet, kind people.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them.
Yeah.
Just showed me that there are some good people in this world left, you know?
Well, and being famous, you get so many people that want you or pretend to be your friend
Oh,
for all the wrong reasons.
80% of them are like that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you watch football ever?
Yes.
Okay, 49er fan? Or?
Oh, big 49er man.
I'm a 49er fan.
Oh, I swear to God. I've been watching the 49ers since before Joe Montana was with
Okay,
them.
back when they weren't good.
Yeah.
So, funny story, kind of up the alley of what we're talking about, of famous people not getting an opportunity to actually just hang out with someone without someone being a fan and just, oh, give me your autograph, like actually just being able to be a normal human being.
Uh-huh.
And that's what you got with all these people behind the scenes. You got to see the real them.
Yeah.
The real them. They got to be the real them. Not have to put on a show and, all right, just sign your stuff. So I was up right before the season last year. I went to RE Plus in Santa Clara, which is where the 49ers Levi Stadium is. And there was the
Beautiful place.
I work at beautiful place.
Yeah.
And I work in the solar and battery business is my real job I have now. Had to get a real job once the DJs got all automated, and you know, the Tom Petty song, Last DJ. I was one of the last DJs. There's people still in the buildings doing the job now, but I got to be one of the last DJs. And so I was there in Santa Clara at the show for RE Plus, for renewable energy, for solar and whatnot. And I'm getting up early in the morning to go do a workout in the gym.
Yeah.
6:30. I'm an early riser. Since I was 5 years old, I'd get up and Grandma would have the light down on in the kitchen in the hall, and I'd go sit with her. And I've been an early riser ever since.
Same with me.
I can't help it. I want to just get up and get going. And so I'm down there to do a workout, and I'm like, oh, the hot tub's open. Cool, there's only one person in it. I go sit down in the hot tub, and it's this like super athletic looking dude. I'm like, oh, someone else is up getting their day going, and obviously they got it going on. They're in shape. So that reminds me, I got to do maybe a little more gym time, you know. And I'm sitting in the hot tub and I'm chatting it up with this guy, and I go I go, hey, whoops, knocking the hell out of my microphone. I go, we'll keep that in.
Was it Jerry Rice?
No!
Oh.
No, I would have recognized Jerry Rice. It was freaking McCaffrey.
Oh, right.
Yes. I couldn't believe it.
Got that pass there from Joe Montana.
I could not believe it. It was McCaffrey. It was McCaffrey, one of the greatest players right now in the NFL. Just unreal. And I sat down with him, and I didn't even know who he was. He didn't tell me who he was because he enjoyed just being himself.
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm driving home, and I'm all, God, that guy looked familiar. Let me just look it up real quick. The telltale was there was a cold plunge. And he goes, yeah, an NFL player's staying here, and he put the cold plunge for people to use it. And then we started talking about Joe Rogan and the cold plunges and all that, and just having a normal conversation with this guy.
Great.
And I left and realized, like, oh my God. But you get the point. He didn't have to be the football star McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He got to just be himself.
Isn't that beautiful?
And shoot the shit with some guy in the hot tub about the Joe Rogan show and cold plunges.
That that's what kept me in rock and roll as long as I did. It's because, you know what? I met a lot of people that were just like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, not brushing their hair, thinking they're famous and going to go out and go to a bar and pick up on some girls and stuff like that. These are people that cared about, like Lindsay would sit in his hotel room and read a book and stuff like that. They do normal things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you get an opportunity to get to know these people for real.
Yeah.
Not with the fame involved.
No.
And they know that when you're there at Christmas, you know, with Paul and George.
Yeah.
And that you're at when the Stones come over to go swimming. How cool, man. Who else in this world? You're not lying. You might not, you know, you mentioned earlier with the crazy life and all these years and partying, you could write an amazing book, but you don't remember all of it.
Yeah.
But that's what I hope this is here today. This is going to be up on the Rock Stories with the Brummster YouTube channel in audio form, these stories that you're telling. And this is a book for you.
Well, this is the most I've remembered in 30 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, God, I couldn't tell you how to get to Tulare from here. But you know what? Just sitting here talking with you brings back some of those memories that, God, I can't. It's unbelievable how there's so much up here in my head. I wish I could just bring it down and remember it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad, I can't.
I'm so glad that you let me come and talk with you. And sharing all of this with us. This is going to be recorded. So this is available for anyone and everyone who wants to hear it.
Thank you, buddy.
It'll be up there. It's your story.
Great.
It's your story. Greg Thomason is with us here. And he's a Visalia boy like me, Central Valley kid, and went to Mount Whitney High School and decided because he wanted to be able to spend time on the ski slopes. He moved to Aspen, Colorado, and then, you know, serving breakfast and food at a restaurant so he could go hit the slopes. And one day he's serving breakfast to Fleetwood Mac, essentially. And Mick Fleetwood says, hey, we like you. Hang out with them a little bit. Instant friendship blossoms. And out of that, an entire lifetime of experiences that are just amazing to have been able to have, let alone remember.
And you know what? Like with Mick, we became really good, close buddies. And he was like a father to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we shared such love with each other and with him and his family and stuff. And I helped him raise his daughters, Amy and Lucy. Mm-hmm. And God, they were just really good, sweet people. The whole family was just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to know that fame doesn't get to the head of everyone that gets famous.
And you know who else was really good and sweet?
Who?
Like that was, what's his name? The guitar player for the Rolling Stones, not Keith Richards, Ronnie Woods.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ronnie Woods was such a nice guy.
Okay.
And he would always come over to Mix and swim and hang out with us. And we'd sit around the swimming pool with vodka tonics and just carry on, play ping pong.
Hey, now I'm curious. When you're hanging out with the Stones, Ronnie Wood's over swimming, you're teaching Eric Clapton how to do the butterfly stroke in the pool, having Christmas with Paul McCartney and George Harrison and all the wives together. Like, what are you guys listening to? Like, obviously, you're not listening to your own stuff, I would guess.
No.
Yeah, because they play enough of it.
I don't know.
So I'm curious, like, what was on in the background?
I don't know. I don't even remember that.
Like, It just makes me wonder, like, is everyone else listening? You're not really, they're probably not listening to their own stuff.
It's probably some jazz record or something. You
Right,
know,
right.
Something that you're not even thinking of.
I worked at a sandwich shop.
Yeah.
And the last thing you wanted, or pizza, I worked in pizza before. The last thing you want is pizza or sandwiches when you get done working in a place like that, because you smell it all day.
Yeah.
So you get home, I want anything but a pizza, anything but a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And I can imagine music taste, they want anything but that, right?
Yeah. But also, when those guys would, like when Mick would sit and listen to music and stuff, he would think in the background, he'd go, what was that? And he would go, how did they make that noise just then?
Okay.
And he was always very interested in hearing things that I wouldn't normally listen to.
So he had a really good musical ear.
Yeah, they all did.
Yeah, yeah. How did... it makes me...
They can count to 4 better than any of us could. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Unbelievable. I mean, I was in the studio with the Beach Boys, and a lot of those people that were just so professional, so precise at everything they did. Mm-hmm. It was just, they would blow you away with their ability to put 2 and 2 together and get 4. You know, it's just amazing.
Right.
And I mean, when we were recording in the studio, they would record everything and come back to Stevie and go, now Stevie, we need you to do what, or sing such and such on this verse. And they would name the verse and the line, and she'd go, okay. And she'd go out in the studio and sing it. And they'd go, perfect. And you know, I would just sit there in my mind blown at how professional and precise they were.
Yes.
They were beyond human abilities to do things like that.
That's what they were made for.
It was unbelievable. It just shows me that, you know what, that's exactly what they were. They were made for making music.
Right.
It was just so impressive.
I love listening to music.
Yeah.
But I cannot play it.
I can't either.
I can't hit a note. I can't hear tone. Like, I can't hear the beat. My wife, she'll tell me, can you hear that? They're playing their bass next door. I'm like, I can't hear it. And that's with my hearing aids in, Greg. I can't hear it.
Yeah.
But like you, and I could tell you're like that as well, you have an appreciation for the talent.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes.
Like, just because I can't do it. Matter of fact, I probably appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
Because I can't actually play it or do it.
I think you're right there.
Huh.
Yep, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would be amazed at how they would be able to do things that I would not think would be possible.
Yeah.
It would just blow my mind. How can they come up with this stuff? Man, oh man, it's so impressive.
Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite meal or a place that you like to go eat at?
We always went to Central Park in Brentwood, I think it was, and they would just make the best foods and stuff. Or go to Joe T. Garcia's, I think it was, or was it Joe T. Garcia's down in Los Angeles? We'd pick up Mexican food or Indian food they love too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
George was into some of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
With the Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, we'd have that once or twice a week, Indian food. Samosas, papadons, all those good things. God, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. They're in a good Indian restaurant here in Visalia.
I think there is one.
Where is it at?
Gosh, over on Main Street, I think. No, they don't have one anymore.
Yeah.
They used to. I think there's still maybe one here in town. I can't remember.
Well, if you remember, call me up and let me know. I'll take you to lunch.
All right. You missed that Indian flavor, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The curry is good. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It can give my stomach a little challenge, but my mouth loves it.
Oh.
I can't.
You and me both. And you know what? I'll eat more than I need and then go out and do 500 sit-ups out at lifestyles and not feel guilty about it so I can eat again tomorrow.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm earning.
Yeah, right.
I'm earning my gluttony right now.
That's the way I feel too. I'm the same way. Yeah.
So your life experiences are a lot different than the average Joe. Now you went through a lot and you got clean.
Yeah.
And did you continue to work with some of these rock and rollers or just remaining friends at a distance kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, remain friends at a distance. I remained real good friends with Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
But Stevie, she gave me a third of the point off the song Sarah. And that's how I bought this house that I'm sitting in.
No shit.
Yeah. She gave me a royalty. And I would get checks for like $15,000 or $20,000 every 3 months. And I bought this house. And God, it blows my mind. She was so nice and generous with her loving friends, you know. I mean,
wow.
She always took care of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is that also because that's in a world where if the song doesn't hit, you don't make anything?
No, you don't make anything.
But she's like, I made this song and I'm going to write you in as to get a part of the royalty.
Yeah.
So she had the ability to decide, or not just she, but artists have the ability to decide.
Yes.
Like divvy up the royalties amongst who they want.
Yeah.
Really?
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and me, Patrick Burns, and Ray Lindsay were the three people that worked for him in the studio. Mm-hmm. And she gave all three of us 1 point.
What does 1 point mean?
Okay, out of 100 points on a song, we got 1 point.
So 1%.
1%.
Okay.
And then I got a third of that 1%.
Okay.
Off of sales in the United States and the world. And so I would get royalty checks for all the albums sold.
Oh, wow.
And just every 3 months I'd get a check in the mail for like $15,000 to $25,000.
This is back when the songs hit.
Yeah.
It's on the radio like every other hour.
Yeah.
And like it's constantly out there.
We were big time at one time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think that album, Rumors outsold Michael Jackson back in those days.
Uh-huh.
So it was a big time hit for them.
Yes. Sarah. I'm sitting in the house that Sarah built. Like, this
Sarah,
is... You're alone in my heart. Call me Sarah. Oh my God. The house that I'm sitting in right now was paid for by a third of a point of the royalties for the song Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Stevie Nicks. Wow, that's so cool. Most people could give a shit. Most people could give a shit about being kind like that.
Yeah.
That is just straight up, who would give a piece of their money to someone just because you're friends?
I know.
Wow, who does that? That is, you're not lying. That is
That's
very
heart of gold.
That is kindness.
Yes, it is. It's beyond kind. And like I needed a car to go pick up Stevie and Christine and drive them to the studio, so Mick bought me a brand new Volvo station wagon. I mean, they were so generous with their money and stuff.
Yeah.
God.
Does the royalty continue, or
no?
It
it only lasted 2 years.
So for 2 years.
Yeah.
But those are the 2 years it was hot.
Yeah.
So while it was hot, you get wow, because that was a big song.
Yep.
That's a big album.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you bought this house. So did you come back to the Central Valley at that time and
yes,
stay here or have friends?
Well, my parents lived here, and
okay,
my sister lived here at that time, and but they all passed away this last year, so I'm the only one left. And my stepsister's husband passed away, and they own Vicia Lumber, and she just sold it for like a lot of money, millions. And she's moving to Carmel with her new husband and giving me the $6 million home at the lakes. So
you'll be over at the lakes.
Yeah, with a big smile on my face. Sitting there counting my cucumber sandwiches, drinking my iced tea, and driving down to the lifestyles and working out, doing sit-ups every day for the rest of my life. Isn't that a blessing?
That is.
Made me. That's why I can't be upset at anything anymore, because my life's been handed to me in a golden platter, I tell you.
Yeah, yeah. And you're here.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. And you know what? What's amazing is all this has been given to me despite what goes on up here. Mm-hmm. I mean, this thing will sabotage anything. Mm-hmm. I'll fuck it up. Excuse my language, but...
It's podcast. It's not FCC. You can cuss.
I'll just... I'll screw it up. And now I've got the rest of my life laid out for me. I can just sit here with a smile on my face.
Do you ever have certain music that you just like to sit here and rock out to, your favorite kind of stuff? Or?
Yeah, 99.7.
Right on, the local classic rock station.
Yeah, old rock music. I don't listen to... I even tap my foot to the Beatles and things like that. You know, I love old music.
Before I go, I'll show you do you have a cell phone by chance?
No, I don't. All I got is my own
regular.
line.
Okay, and smart TV.
I got satellite dish.
Yeah, dish. Okay, it's not on there. It's Rock Radio 559. Do you have a computer by chance?
No.
No big deal. No big deal. Well, there's an online station called Rock Radio 559 I think you would like a lot. And that's my buddy's station that he started it. And that's the show I do every Friday where I DJ a classic rock show on there.
All right.
But it's, the thing is actually getting it to sound like it used to. Getting music to be like it used to.
Yeah.
Wow, what an interesting time, and I'm so thankful that you let me come to your home.
Well, you know what? There's so much more in here that I'm sorry I couldn't give you all the information.
Oh, there's no rush. Yeah, there's no rush. This is just a conversation.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's a very good friendship conversation, and if you ever want to come over and do it again, we'll do it.
100%. 100%.
All right.
So, everyone around your friendships at that time, they're still around. You still stay in touch with a few of them from time to time.
Yes.
You talked with Mick Fleetwood just recently.
Yes.
That's That's really good.
And you know what? My ex-wife, Christy, is married to the guitar roadie, Ray Lindsay, and they got a home up. Well, anyway, they're just really good, dear, sweet friends of mine. I enjoy talking with them all the time.
A lot of people, through all of that, you still maintain friendship.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. No grudges. No hard feelings.
No, but there's a few I just don't care to talk to because they just want to party or do something. I just want to protect my sobriety.
That's good. That's good. Nothing against them.
Yeah,
It's just, that's good. Not put yourself in a bad spot.
No. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because I just don't want to go down to a bar and somebody ordered me a vodka tonic and I have to explain, no, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
And put myself in that dangerous situation.
Yeah. Well, the friendships, they last.
Yes.
The memories, they last. And now, officially a memory at Rock Stories with the Brummster YouTube channel is you sharing these stories and your memories on this podcast.
That way I'll remember them better.
You'll be able to go back and listen.
Yeah, I want to.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if you're okay, we can do something like this again.
You betcha, buddy.
Awesome.
You betcha, anytime.
And is there any parting words you'd like to share with our audience? Any advice? Just any parting thoughts that you'd like to share at all?
No, other than one mistake I made in rock and roll is I started smoking pot. And then it led to all other kinds of things. And you know what? I just don't need to do that to be a part of anybody or anything. And I tell you, my life's so much better now that I don't drink or do drugs anymore.
Awesome.
I'm just so grateful I made it through that whole group of insanity.
Thank you. Greg Thomason, rock fan, a friend of rock stars, and ultimately just a really good person who's gone through a lot in his life, and God's brought him out the other side. And his willingness to sit here and share that with us today just meant a lot to me, and appreciate you, Greg.
Thank you.
Greg Thomason, our guest today, Rock Stories with the Brummster podcast. Real rock stories from the fans' perspective, and in this case, practically family and friends perspective of these stars, and getting to hang out on a personal basis, having, Paul McCartney and George Harrison come over, swimming with the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton coming over and swimming and being taught the butterfly stroke in the pool. How cool. Living with Mick Fleetwood for 20 years, head of security, and on tour with Fleetwood Mac for 20 years, touring with the likes of Joe Walsh, the Eagles, Stevie Nicks, etc., etc., etc. So many cool insights today, not just into rock and roll, but life as well, brother. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in and listening to Rock Stories with the Brummster. You can hear more if you'd like to share your favorite rock stories and fan memories. Just email me, rockstorieswiththebrumster, all one word, 2 M's and Brummster, rockstorieswiththebrumster@gmail.com. Email me today, and we'll get your story on the podcast as well. And of course, check out all of our other great stories from the fans' perspective, fan tales right here at the Rock Stories with the Brummster YouTube channel. God bless and have a great day.